YouTube, what is good? Day 2. I'm in. Restart. I said day 2, bruh. Oh my gosh. I literally said day 2. Alright. YouTube, what is good? It's your boy NOT, and it is now day 3, not day 2, day 3 of, Christmas break, the reaction break, grind fest, whatever you want to call it. We're here with back-to-back videos from Nonstop Sports. He just dropped a video 2 hours ago talking about the 10 worst contracts in the NBA right now. Now, off the top of my head, I could name probably 4: Duncan Robinson, Ben Simmons, Russell Westbrook, and I would say Bradley Beal.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass up.
If we're being realistic here, what has Bradley Beal done for the Washington Wizards other than have that? Didn't he average like 31 season or something like that? But other than that, what has he done? He's just sitting there as a franchise player, and he's not going anywhere with that team. I apologize, Wizards fans, if you guys are watch this video and this comes off as very offensive. But let's be realistic, man. Bradley Beal hasn't done much of anything really. It's not good. It's not good. But nevertheless, we are here with this video. It's 11 minutes. Might come out with back-to-back videos. The second video, I'm not gonna let you, I already have it in mind what I'm gonna react to, but I'm not gonna let you guys know just yet. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and hop straight into this video. Got the new lighting so you guys can see my face a lot better, and let's hop straight into it, man. I got hydration today, so it's gonna be a good video.
These players promised victories and championships.
All right, let's get it.
But all they delivered is a salary cap burden. These are the worst NBA contracts in 2023. There is nobody in the league who earns more and produces less than Ben Simmons. With a $35 million salary, Ben looks like a shell of his former self on both ends of the court. On offense, he is known as a notorious non-shooter, but this year his percentages have reached a new low. Simmons is shooting 45% from the field.
Dang.
He attempted just 1 3-pointer, but that's not even the worst part. Ben is shooting free throws at a historically bad 46% clip, which makes him the worst foul shooter in the NBA. And since he can't shoot, Simmons is hesitant to drive to the basket because he's afraid to get fouled. He's averaging a career-low 4 drives to the basket, compared to 16 drives per game in 2018. It's gotten so bad that his teammates yell at him to shoot the ball. It's embarrassing.
I think it's mental for Ben Simmons, man. I've seen him in workouts. Like, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was like a Chris Brickley workout video. Chris Brickley, when he got those players out there, working out with them, bro, he's got them making all types of shots and whatever. But Ben Simmons, he was knocking down threes, and you see him in warm-ups, but he just doesn't have the confidence. And I think after all that happened this past year, since that playoff series during the Atlanta Hawks, I think that's the main reason why he doesn't shoot at all now, and he's shooting 45%. But he is getting assists and doing other things such as rebounding, assisting, but he's not as productive per se than when he was on the 76ers. I agree 100%. He got to get that confidence again. I thought he had it when he came back, when he had a couple good games, but now it seems like it's going back bad again. 35 million, hey, and I don't think you can't trade Ben Simmons now because he has some type of restriction on his contract, which just makes it a lot worse. So yeah, man, right now the Brooklyn Nets and Ben Simmons are in deep doo-doo with his contract. So let's continue.
Tasting cake. Ben is no longer the defensive powerhouse he once was. He's probably not fully healed from the back injury, and his head is just
the back injury.
To win it. All in all, that's got bamboozled into trading Harden for Simmons. And the worst part is that they still owe Ben $77 million after the 2023 season. But somehow, that's not the biggest trade bamboozlement from last year.
Hold on, let me adjust the mic.
Had beef with Rudy Gobert because Rudy signed a mammoth $200 million contract.
All right, the mic should be better now.
BS contract that your boy from Utah just got.
At the time,
oh yeah, Rudy Gobert. How did I not think of Rudy Gobert?
Sure, Rudy is a 3-time defensive player of the year, and with the right matchups, he can swallow up the entire offense and guard all 5 players on one possession. However, when the playoffs come, opposing teams will certainly apply the tried and true approach against Rudy. They will force him outside.
Imagine getting stuff like that by Spencer Dinwiddie. That's crazy.
Massively. Offensively, Gobert's always been too stiff. and if you don't force feed him the ball inches away from the basket, Rudy's a non-threat. So Minnesota traded for Gobert and gave away 4 very good players and 5 picks.
Oh yeah, bro. I don't even know what the Timberwolves were even thinking with this trade. They gave up Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, and this guy right here, man. And they gave up picks. You gave up a top 5. Why? For Rudy Gobert? Who knows where he's gonna be in 2029? He might not even be in the league in 2029. Because, the league is evolving quickly. And if you don't develop a shot, man, you end up like Dwight Howard over there playing in China, scoring 37 and 20 rebounds, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't see the logic in this trade. And I think this was gotta be one of the most not thought through all the way type of trades. Yeah, it's bad.
5 first-round picks for a center that
I wonder what their record is right now.
Less valuable in the playoffs than in the regular season.
I wonder what the Timberwolves record is right now.
Minnesota have not been good, and this could end up as one of the worst trades in NBA.
I heard the Twin Towers exactly.
It would be worse if Karl Anthony Towns figures out he can't play alongside Gobert and asks for a trade.
Then that would be tough.
Of his mega contract. And
don't leave Anthony Edwards by himself though.
$30 million after this season. It hurts us to say this, but another former All-Star who was underperforming and
don't say Klay Thompson.
Is Klay Thompson. Charles Barkley.
Don't say Klay Thompson, bro. I like Klay.
There's a reason why Charles is the GOAT of television. No. He's the only guy that dares to openly say what everybody else is thinking.
There was a time when Klay Thompson was the best two-way guard in the NBA. And he's not the same guy.
Yes,
true. I mean, when you're coming off of Achilles and ACL injury, you're not going to be the same.
Klay averaged 19 points and 39% shooting from 3, which is on par for his career averages. However, at the beginning of this season, Klay's form has fallen off a cliff. A guy who owns an NBA record for 3-pointers made in a game and who scored 37 points in 1 quarter suddenly can't hit an ocean from a boat. At the moment of creating this, Thompson is shooting an abysmal 35% from the field, 33% for 3.
Dang, that's an all-time low. What the heck?
Stopper he once was. Klay is making $40 million this season and will earn $43 million next year at the age of 34. Based on his contract, he's heavily underperforming at the start of the season, but we still believe in him, and we don't think this shooting slump will last forever.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give Klay Thompson. January. I think January he'll pick back up the pace right after, Christmas. I'm actually mad that Steph Curry, he's not even going to get to be in the Christmas game because he has a shoulder injury. That really just ruins one of the Christmas games because, what's a Christmas game without the number 1 guy on the team being out there and, having fun and, giving us a show for, the jolly old holidays, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm going to give Klay Thompson by the end, by the second half of this season, about January, to really pick up the pace, and I think he'll start putting up like 20 something. I believe in Klay. I like Klay. I'm not gonna give up on him.
Klay will never regain his former defensive greatness. His shooting will come, and it's more than likely that he'll be a dangerous factor when it matters.
Look at that
most.
shot.
But
oh my gosh.
Which Golden State player disappointed us far worse
One
than
dribble
Klay
Klay, game 6
guy on
Klay.
A rookie contract. So you can't really say that he's massively overpaid. But James Wiseman was so bad at the beginning of the season that he fell out of rotation.
I heard he got sent back. Yeah, he got sent to the G League. That's crazy.
You're 7 foot behind. You in the G League.
And because he's earning $10 million this season, he does belong on this list. Wiseman was the number 2 overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft.
Hey, but he's making money though.
Half of his rookie
hey, he's still making $10 million. I mean, shoot.
He finally returned this year, but the return on the Warriors' investment is close to 0, if not negative, and are minus 22 points per 100 possessions with James on the floor. Wiseman is terrible at defending the rim.
Dang,
worse at
that was a mean poster.
Which is a
Kyle
tragedy
Kuzma.
for a 7'1" center. It's because he's almost always out of position, and he can't pass if his life depended on it. A big problem for him is that the Warriors are in win-now mode, and for him, it would be better if he played on a losing team that is all about developing talent. It's too early to call James a bust, and Steve Kerr's motion offense is hard to learn for veterans, let alone for young players with virtually no experience. But in his 3rd year with the team, Wiseman has shown 0 progress, and it's fair to say he's worse now than he was as a rookie. Wiseman will earn $40 million on his rookie contract. for that kind of money,
I think the injury really messed him up because he didn't have time to develop.
Ball instead.
You in the G League?
Now he's like in his third year, bro. So that sucks.
Still remember Markelle Fultz?
Markelle
Fultz was the
Fultz.
first overall pick in the 2017
Well, he's still making
draft.
money?
Selected over guys like Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, and De'Aaron Fox. When you watched him at the University of Washington, Fultz looked like the second coming of Damian Lillard, scoring 23 points per game and shooting 43% from deep.
Yeah, Summer League went crazy.
Where he developed a hitch in his shot.
Summer
It looked
League
like
went
Charles
crazy.
Barkley's golf swing.
Dang.
Like a 1-second lag or a glitch before the actual shot. Fultz later claimed that it was a thoracic outlet syndrome in his shoulder, or whatever you want to call it. The man had a broken shot. It was the most bizarre thing we've ever seen from a first overall
I heard he
pick.
got his shot
Ended up
back though,
playing
but
just 33 games for the Sixers, averaging 7 points. Just 2 years after he was the first player to shake Adam Silver's hand, Fultz got traded to Orlando. With the Magic, Fultz's shot was still crooked, but he somehow managed to make it work, appearing in 72 games, averaging 12 points and 5 assists, and even making some outside shots. In year 4, Fultz got injured at the beginning of the season, but that didn't stop Orlando from offering him a 3-year, $50 million extension. Since that extension, Markelle played just 18 games for the Magic and is now on the shelf due to a toe injury. He's earning $16.5 million this year and is owed $17 million in 2024, which is a lot of money for a player with an injury bug and a broken shot. Fultz played in just 131 career games. He averages just 10 points, and he still earned close to $90 million in NBA salary. We're sorry that he's got injury problems, but he's one of the most overpaid players in the last 5 years. The same can be said for his teammate, Jonathan Isaac, who was also dealing with injuries. Isaac was the 6th pick in the same draft class, and like Fultz in 2020, he also signed a big extension. The Magic gave him $70 million over 4 years due to his defensive potential, but since he signed that contract, Isaac hasn't played a single game. 2023 is the 3rd straight season we haven't seen him play in an NBA game.
You see, man, that's the thing. It's very often that I hear when an NBA player starts to do just a little bit, like for example, Duncan Robinson. He had that one good season, you know, that bubble season when they went to the finals and all, and he was beasting and feasting, shooting from 3, knocking out shot after shot after shot. And then when that contract gets involved, it's like, all right, I gotta lay back now. I think the biggest thing is NBA teams, I would say, kind of give their contracts a little too soon, or a little too early to say. And then once, you know, but the thing is, if you give that contract too late, they might feel like they're worth something more, and then they want to go to a different team. So, you know, it's really tough on NBA teams, I would say. But, you know, what do I know, man? I'm just, you know, watching.
But his checks keep on coming, and he'll be earning $17 million per year until 2025. Now that we covered some expensive non-shooters, let's talk about three-point shooters who are stealing money from their teams. At number 1, there's Duncan Robinson, whose career blossomed
was
like
number
a
one,
butterfly
bro.
from a caterpillar. Duncan started
For
as
real.
a G League player.
He was so
then became
talked
a part
about.
of the Heat's rotation, where he quickly earned a starting spot and established himself as one of the best three-point marksmen in the NBA. In 2020, Duncan was a big part of Miami's trip to the NBA Finals, and in 2021, he continued with the great shooting form, sinking 41% of his threes on nearly 9 attempts per game. Those are Steph Curry-type numbers. The Heat gave Robinson a 5-year, $90 million deal, after which his transformation reversed, and Duncan became a caterpillar again. In 2022, his efficiency dropped by 5 percentage points, and his defense became unbearable. It got so bad that Spoelstra couldn't barely play him in the playoffs, because as soon as he got on the floor, the opposing teams started attacking Robinson on every possession. This season, Duncan is
How's Tyler Hero doing?
Minutes per game. His defense hasn't improved.
I haven't heard from Tyler Hero in a minute, but how's he doing?
35% of his field goals and less than 31%.
Those are the two real shooters on the Heat.
Russell Westbrook is
But
currently more efficient than him, and that's all we need to say about his shooting struggle.
he missed that
Another
shot.
player in a similar predicament is Davis Bertans. In 2020, the Latvian sharpshooter averaged 15 points per game on 43% shooting from deep, and the Wizards rewarded him with a 5-year, $80 million contract. Since then, his shooting percentages dropped as quickly as panties in adult movies, and his defense went from bad to terrible. Bertans' lack of mobility makes him look like a corpse on defense, and he's currently not even playing, while the money keeps rolling in. But we can't end the video without mentioning the Old Faithful, a player who made this list in the past 2 years as well. It's, of course, Tobias Harris, who is the best paid third option in NBA history, earning $37 million in 2023,
$37 million.
nearly $4 million in 2024. But that's
$37 million,
because the proud owner of the worst contract
for a
in the
third
NBA
option is crazy.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh my gosh.
Russ is
yep.
$47 million
Russ.
in 2023,
I knew it was Russ.
which is the second biggest salary in the NBA. That kind of money should be reserved for a top 10 player. But Westbrook's production is that of a flawed role player and not a superstar.
Russell Westbrook, the brother can't shoot.
The Lakers tried to get rid of him on numerous occasions, but his huge
But hey, he's
contract
doing good
proved
now.
untradeable.
Russell Westbrook is
First
doing
year with
pretty
the
good
Lakers,
now.
Russ couldn't hide behind a triple-double average anymore, and the whole world began to realize that Westbrook does not play winning basketball. Russ was arguably the worst defender in the NBA, on top of being a turnover machine, and one of the worst shooters in the league. This year, you have to give credit to his defense and say that he finally started giving a shit. It took him some time, but he is no longer just watching the ball as the opponent's action unravels. His new role off the bench is also more suitable to his skill set, and Russ has had some games which he positively impacted with his passing and speed in transition.
Agree.
However,
Russ is actually like
Russ is 34 years.
I love Russell Westbrook, man. One of my favorite players in the league, especially, around that OKC time, that 2015 to 17. But yeah, man, I think right now his role is actually becoming a lot better because now he's not the #1 point guard. He can come off the bench and, produce, and he's not looked at as the top 3 guy anymore on the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's putting a lot more pressure off. It's a matter of time. I knew Russell Westbrook was gonna come back into his shell, or go back out of his shell, and do what he does, man. Assists, rebounding, Hey man, that's Russ for you.
Years old, and his
but the shooting
athleticism
still needs some work.
Yes, he's still fast in a straight line. Russ can't soar over the defense and finish at the rim as he could before. For $47 million, the Lakers hoped they were going to win one more championship. All they got was a loaded salary cap with no flexibility, and 2 squandered seasons of AD's and LeBron's prime. And if you're a Lakers fan, this is not even frustrating at this point. It's just sad.
We don't want to watch a first-round exit. We want the Lakers to be back.
And since we're talking about overpaid former All-Star point guards, let's just mention John Wall, who got bought out of his $47 million deal with the Rockets. But at least he's still in the league, unlike Kemba Walker, who will earn $36 million in 2023. And he's so washed up that no team wanted to sign him as a free agent. Slightly less overpaid, but still enough to deserve a mention.
I haven't seen him play for the Mavs yet.
$32 million
Did he already play a game for the Mavericks?
There's also Mike Conley, who is playing reasonably well for a 35-year-old point guard, but he shouldn't be earning $22 million this season, and $24 in 2024. The same goes for Kyle Lowry, who we love dearly. Lowry is too old to be making $28 million at the age of 37, $30 million next season.
He's 37? I did not know Kyle Lowry was 37. I thought he was like 30. I knew he was like his mid-30s, but 37? I thought he was like 34, 35. But 37 is crazy. He's LeBron's age, bro. What the heck? Yo, he's 1 year younger than LeBron. He might be the same age as Chris Paul. Chris Paul's 38, something like that. But hey, man, that's gonna go ahead and conclude this first video. Now, hold on. Let me rephrase that. That's gonna conclude this video. Possibly, I might drop another video tonight. If not, I'm gonna be back the next day with the video, But the thing for me is I want to ease into it, into the break, maybe starting off one video, the first couple days, and then I don't know, maybe sometime next week start putting out 2 videos, 2 bangers at the same time. But yeah, man, shout out to Nonstop Sports. He's been on YouTube for 2 years, man, and his videos are crazy, man. I went back and I watched his first videos, and this dude, his video quality has been high ever since he made his first video. So shout out to them. It's probably not one person, but shout out to the whole Nonstop Sports community, the whole YouTube channel, everybody who's involved. I love you guys' videos, man. I watch your videos in my off time, and some of the videos I do save to watch and react to. But yeah, man, shout out to Nonstop Sports doing their thing. But hey, man, this is NOT signing off, man. Peace, man. Peace.